Now, he said, and I'm just going to go to one part of it because I'm going after 9/11. It never did happen the way they tell it. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I want you to come back. You got to know what kind of wickedness we're dealing with in high places. Now, I'm trying to find it. Maybe it ain't for me to say. He just give me a second. Yeah. I got it. Mr. Russo said, one night, Nicholas Rockefeller started laughing. And he asked Aaron Russo, quote, "What did you think women's liberation was about?" And Aaron replied, quote, "It's about women getting work, having equal pay with men, and the right to vote." Rockefeller started laughing, and he said to Mr. Russo, quote, "You're an idiot," end quote. And Aaron Russo's response was, "Why am I an idiot?" Rockefeller said, "Let me tell you what that was all about. We, the Rockefellers, funded that. We got it in the newspapers and all over the television. And do you want to know why? For two primary reasons. One reason was we couldn't tax half the population before women's liberation. And the second reason was, and now we can get the children at school at an early age, and we can teach them how to think, and this will break up the family." He said the kids look at the state as a family, as a school, and the school officials as their family, and not their parents. Aaron was asked by the interviewer if he knew that the CIA funded Miss Magazine with a stated goal of taxing women and breaking up the family. Their intention was, listen to this, to take men away from women. Listen, look at what they did with black males. They only had 10% of illegitimacy, and now it's over 90%. And look at welfare. We're going to give you some money, but you cannot have a man in the house. This is to degrade and totally destroy. And now illegitimacy is over 50% in the general population. Now, does the Bible bear witness to this? Does the Quran bear witness to this? We war not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and the rulers of the darkness of this world and spiritual wickedness that's up in high places. We are the victims of a plot. And now we must come together as students under a new teacher and new teaching that will restore us to that union that God intended for the male and the female. I thank all of you so much for giving us this time. I thank the sisters who brought young women to hear, the brothers who brought young men, and the elders who brought elders. We have to rebuild our families. We have to rebuild each other. And I want the pastors to know that Farrakhan is not trying to take his people away from him. I'm just trying to give you what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us so you can go back to church and go to work. Because everything that I quoted, you can find it in the scriptures. I just didn't go deep, deep, deep today. But I went deep enough. So, there'll be a truck outside. Is it out there yet? And we have about 500 turkeys that we would like you to have. I don't want those of us who have means to rush to the truck. But those who are less fortunate, go and get a turkey from the FOI, from the MGT, and they've prepared a dinner for you if you'd like to have dinner. And look, I know this is news, is different sometimes, you know, you want to run away, but you know what? Why not let's spend an hour just talking to each other about what we heard, what we think, and what we can do to better ourselves. I am so pleased to see all of you today. And I thank Allah for what He gave me to give you. But tomorrow, I want to deal more deeply with the time and what must be done. Because if we don't do what we should do, the Quran says, surely man is in loss by the time. Did you see what happened in London? They had rainfall that they had not seen in 1,000 years. Did Elijah Muhammad say that there would be unusual rain? Well, wait, snow is coming. It's going to be unusual snow. Hail, wind, one calamity after another, and every calamity is going to get worse and worse. Tomorrow I will tell you about the food and the shortage of food and how soon there will be famine right here in America. And we as people are going to have to learn the meaning of what Prophet Muhammad said, if I have a bowl of soup and my brother has none, half of my bowl belongs to my brother. When you leave here, you go home and strengthen your family relationships. Because in the end, if we don't pull together as families and as communities, we will not get through the dark days that we have entered that are only going to get worse. Thank you for listening. May Allah bless you as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.